What's up guys, my name is Paul Ujala. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you guys could tell by the title of this video, I'll be doing a quick review of Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Alright y'all, let's get into it. First up, I would like to say, this was a follow-up to Rian Johnson's Episode 8, The Last Jedi. You know, it divided the fan base a lot, like the prequels versus the original trilogy, and definitely the episode 9, I felt like this is more indecisive by the fans. Although Abrams says that The Last Jedi didn't really hinder him doing The Rise of Skywalker much, it kind of did, because it felt like the story it just didn't make sense following The Last Jedi. This movie, definitely the character development was kind of non-existent for the main character, Rey. She kind of stayed static. There was nothing really different about her. I didn't really see any growth, so that kind of really bothered me. I felt like it was too unoriginal. They were trying to be a lot like the original trilogy, the same exact story. It wasn't the same exact story, but it was the same exact background that they gave our main character Rey and Luke, and I just felt like they could have tried more to make Rey her own person. The thing I really didn't like is that the sequel trilogy, they kind of focus on Rey a lot more than the other characters, especially like there was a war going on and Rey just was non-existent. Felt like they were trying to do the original trilogy too much instead of its own story. The prequels and the original trilogies, they had more of a group dynamic where it was all about the group. The movie had main characters, but there was a very dynamic group, trio. And in this trilogy, I just didn't feel that with Rey, Finn, and Poe. Another thing I said that I thought was kind of weird is how there was like a war going on and Rey's just, you know, focusing on honing her skills instead of helping out, and like people are saying they need her help and stuff. But she's like, nah, I gotta train, this and that. And I was just like, girl, people are about to die. Like, we don't got time for this. There was no true obstacle, in my opinion, for Rey. Like I said, there was no character development. The obstacles weren't there. She was just tackling everything with ease, so it kind of seemed boring. The plot line for the villains, that was a lot more intriguing than our actual like protagonist or antagonist like Kylo Ren. Adam Driver's a great actor, and he did so well with Kylo Ren, and the character dynamic of Kylo Ren, I mean, that dude's a bad man. Like, he made me believe it too. The stuff he did, that's crazy. This episode 9 that came out should have been episode 8. Episode 8, it wasn't really that good. I felt if they did episode 9 as episode 8 and did something else to wrap up this trilogy in like the entire 9 movie saga, that it would have been a lot better. The Last Jedi, I don't know, it didn't seem right. Also, Palpatine returned, famous emperor, and I don't know why. Because the last time we saw Palpatine, my man got sunk and shipped into space and died. Why is he back? Why they bring him back? I don't understand. Like, I didn't see a purpose in him, except, you know, they said that he created Rey. It was told in the other movies too, but it didn't feel right the way they did it. Alright, comparing this trilogy to the other trilogies in film, I would have to rank the trilogies this way. For me, it'll be number 1. I like the prequel trilogies more than the original. For my second, I'm gonna say the original trilogies, and I'm gonna rank this new sequel trilogy as third. I don't know, it just didn't feel like the other trilogies, and it felt like they were just focusing more on one character instead of the group dynamic. Although I didn't like much of the movie, the ending, it was all right to end the saga the way they did. I felt like it would have been a nice way to end the trilogy. The other movies were kind of geared to this one, especially episode 8. My final rating for this would be a 6 out of 10. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and enjoy your day.